Hi, this is Chippy with UMPC Portal, and we've got a netbook today. It's the Acer Aspire One D522, which is an AMD Fusion-based netbook. We haven't had a netbook for a while. We certainly haven't had an AMD-based device for a while. I think the last one was probably the Rayon Digital Everon Note, which was an interesting UMPC clamshell UMPC. This time it's a 10-inch netbook with an HD screen, 1280 by 720, I think is the resolution, and the AMD C-50 Fusion APU, which is a 1 GHz dual-core CPU with the Radeon graphics and an HD decoding unit as well. So putting it right at the top end of the netbook range in terms of performance, but the price is very interesting on this. I just bought this literally this afternoon in a shop for €299 in Europe. So that is a quite amazing price point for what we've got in here. HDMI out, some memory expansion capability as well. It's got 1 GB in it. So over the next days, we're going to be doing some testing, both on the 522 and on the Fusion platform to see where it stands in the range of devices that are out at the moment, and also get a full review done. For this video, let's take a look around the D522 and see what we can see. So here's the box, fairly straightforward. Acer Aspire One 522. This is actually bought in Germany, so you'll see the German keyboard on it, German Windows 7 Home Starter in it. I'm not actually 100% of the sure of the finer specs in this. For example, Bluetooth, does it support HS? Does it have USB 3? What we're going to find out right now. So let's break this down and get right into it, see what we've got included in the package. Yeah, as I said, €299 is quite a good price point for what could potentially be a really high-end style netbook performance. There's the boxing. Acer Aspire One. The design, I think, is the same as the, was it the 255, the Intel Atom N550 dual-core version, which in theory the CPU in that is slightly more powerful than the C-50 AMD, but all looking very good. Let's have a quick look at the specs then. Here we've got Windows Starter 32-bit. It's a, well, it says an HD screen, call it Crystal LED, 1 gig of memory, 250 gigs hard drive. It's got a card reader, it's got BGN, sorry, and I'm very pleased to see this Bluetooth 3 plus HS. HS is the high-speed component that uses the Wi-Fi module to do high-speed transfers. 1.3 megapixel webcam and a 6-cell battery, which I think is a fairly medium capacity 6-cell battery, not super high capacity. It's about 48 watts. So let's open this then and see what's inside. I don't want to go too mad with this because I may not be keeping this one. I bought it, but I might actually sell it on afterwards. I'm very interested to find out more about the Fusion platform. I had some hands-on with the Toshiba NV550D that Netbook News had been testing. Let's just put it to the side, see what's in the box. So, here's a guarantee package and a quick guide. List of Acer offices. We've got a fairly nice in-wall adapter, which hopefully will have the charger for Europe in there. And let's have a look at the capacity of the battery. I'm going to have to get really close to that to see. It's going to be on here somewhere. 4.24 amp hours at 11.1 watts. So it's about 48 watt hours, just under 50, I guess. About 50, yeah, 50 watt hour maybe. So not huge capacity, but it's not a hugely fat and heavy battery pack, so that's quite nice. The whole package should be about 1.3 kilos. There's the European adapter for the charger. So no CD recovery CD in there, and no other cases or anything like that. So let's put it to the side and take a look at the Aspire One itself. Oh, there was also a quick start guide here. No recovery CD. Right. So, here it is, the Aspire One. So Acer always have this glossy finish on their devices, but I've had a look at this design before and it really is quite nice. It's nothing over the top, but it is a nice, clean, slim design. Let's go around the device. Here's something you don't see often. HDMI out, two USB, and they haven't got the blue insert, so I'm guessing USB 2. VGA out, so that's important for those of you that want to be using projectors for presentations as well. And there's the DC in. Across the back is where the battery goes. I don't see any SIM card slot there. It has been said that there's a version with 3G, but I don't know where the SIM card would go. It doesn't seem to be obvious there. So on the other side then we've got what's probably a 10100 Ethernet port, Kensington lock, and again another USB 2 port, microphone and headphones, and here's the SD card port there with a block. Speakers across the front, I guess, and is that a removable central unit? I'm guessing. Guessing not actually, due to the screws being all the way around the outside. So no easily accessible memory access or disk access. Windows Home Starter. Right, let's pop the battery in then. And that goes in hopefully fairly easy. It's always fun to do these on the videos, and I remember doing one with Sasha Pallenberg from Netbook News recently. We were in absolute stitches trying to get the thing sorted out. There we go. Right, and that locks there, and all in all feeling actually quite lightweight. Really nice. Right, let's open that up. Little errata there. So as you see, it's a QWERTZ keyboard. It's a German keyboard here, and everything is looking in the right position. This is a nice keyboard. I remember it from the I think it was the 255 that I had, the N550 base version. Wide but flush mouse, but a pad. Slightly lighter mouse buttons than I saw on the other Aspire one that I tested. Lamps at the front there. Nothing really special about the design. There's a webcam up top front. In the middle there, here's the power button, so let's switch this on for the first time. I guess this is going to be a fairly lengthy startup process. Windows 7 starter plus all the usual crapware that's installed. Let's just take that off there, don't need that. And let's see. So I'm going to boot this up right now, come back in a minute with Windows 7 starter fully booted. And while that's booting, here's the charger unit. The adapter goes in the front like that, so you don't have to carry both pieces. And I guess you just pull that. And that's quite a nice lightweight unit. So it's still booting up, but I'm weighing it right now. And I'm really pleased to see that it's under the weight that it's supposed to be. 1.3 is the weight on the specs. 1.17 kilos, just under 1.2 kilos, is really good weight for a 6L netbook, and that's a really positive start. So I've just been through a McAfee startup process and a registration process, and first thing you should notice is glossy screen. What that does bring though is really nice sharp image, and you instantly notice a 1280 by 720 screen, so it's an HD 720 screen. It's almost a strange resolution, but especially if you've got some programs that don't work in under 768 vertical resolution, but I'm guessing you'll be able to put it into a virtual resolution, interpolated resolution, to get those programs working. So it looks like it's booted up okay, and I'm just going to do a couple of quick tests. Screen brightness to start with, going all the way down pretty low. You won't see that on the video because of the auto brightness on the video, but that looks like a reasonable range, nothing excessive on the brightness side of things there. And let's have a look at the keyboard. Wireless on, off, sleep, the usual dual screen, touch pointer on, off, sound on, off and on, scroll lock, and everything else seems to be normal. Nice nice keyboard. So let's just quickly start this up just to check what the system settings, sorry, the system details are, and I'm reading it now. It's a AMD C-50 processor at 1 GHz, 1 gig of RAM installed, 747 megabytes available. So 250 obviously taken up by the graphics there, might be important to note. 32-bit system here. Good. Alright. Quick look at the disk space, disk partitioning on this one. And it's a single partition, that's nice. 205 gigs, free of 218. That means there's probably a recovery partition there as well. But they haven't split the rest of it up into multiple partitions, so you can work with a single partition there, no problem. Let's just pull the battery out, see what sort of charge we've got left here. 88%. And the one thing I always like to do is just to have a quick look through perfmon. That's taking its time. Okay, perfmon. What we can do is start to check the idle battery life, or the idle drain on the device anyway. Looks like Windows 7 is still trying to start up. We go to the monitoring console, we add a monitoring pointer. Perfmon is the program. If you want to do this on your Windows 7 Vista or XP device, you might have to start it a couple of times to get battery to show up, or certainly on XP and Vista. So you choose discharge rate, put it in. Okay, we'll get rid of the processor settings, and we will change the graph to show full values. So let's go to 12,000 here. Right, and so this gives us an indication of how the device is idling down. We've got Wi-Fi on, we've got screen on, and we're down to 6.3 watts, which isn't too bad for a device that's actually started up. I would expect to turn the screen off and for that to go down to something like 5 watts. Wi-Fi off, maybe just over 4 watts, 4 to 5 watts, which really is good in comparison with other netbooks that are around. You should expect an idle rate of between 5 and 7 watts. And let's just switch the Wi-Fi off. Oh, we've got Bluetooth. No, switch the Wi-Fi off there. Should see that go down again. We'll put the screen brightness right down now. Give that a couple of seconds and you should see that drop. That's just going to go up while I was doing stuff, and then it should drop down a little bit further. Of course, loads more testing to do on this, and at umpcportal.com, probably one day after this video goes live, that's Tuesday the what have we now, the 7th, so that'll be Tuesday the 8th of March. We'll probably do some live testing on that. So here you go, 5.4 at the moment. I'm guessing Windows 7 is still doing some disk activity, and there it goes down to 4.6. So the idle there, really not bad at all, and that's one of the indicators of a well-engineered, at least motherboard. So I'm pleased to see that. Okay, let's finish this part of the video here. Of course, loads more on UMC Portal with this as we test Fusion and the 522 over the next days. So thanks for watching this. My name's Chippy. You can check out more at umpcportal.com. This is the Acer Aspire 1 D255 on the AMD Fusion platform. Thanks for watching.